Hello and welcome to a new pickups video. Got not quite as much as I usually buy, but it was some expensive items, I would say. Paid top dollar for some, not all. I think I got everything collected here. We'll start off with the music first. We'll do the high-end CD copies. Got some jazz here and soundtracks and all kind, just some really good stuff. So we'll just start off with the classical first, I think. Scheherazade XR-CD, released in 1998 by JVC out of Japan. This sounds absolutely fantastic on a good desktop PC or laptop inside your DVD/CD drive with a good pair of headphones. I can definitely attest to that. Original backing to the record. Some of this is in Japanese. I think some of this has been translated, but that's not, unfortunately, not how it is in every release. A picture of Fritz Reiner. Another picture of the guy. Very, very cool information in here and photos, stuff I've never seen before. And in good quality, too. It's not... There's the Chicago Symphony Orchestra and Fritz Reiner recording. Probably recording this album or one of the other great RCA Living Stereo classical pieces. How they make the XR CD. I've read this before, but yeah. Well, not this thing. Or for the XR CD2 process. But yeah, this sounds absolutely breathtaking. It's almost like you're there if you're listening to a good pair of speakers or headphones. I don't have the original or like a older copy of this on regular CD, so I can't really compare the two. I can only compare this to the original and the Analog Productions Super Audio CD, which I will be playing on my new laptop. I'll show that probably in part 2. I do have some more stuff on the way, more pickups on the way. Oh, sorry. Grab one more item. Don't really have it in there, but you guys know what it is. I'll show it here shortly. Rearrange a few things when I start putting down stuff I've already shown. Okay. Another XR CD. I think this is XR CD 1. Nah, it's the 2. Fritz Reiner, Chicago Symphony, playing the Dvorak New World Symphony. I do have a Redbook CD copy of this. Just haven't opened it, and I will on camera for sure. I haven't listened to this particular copy, or any really. I've only listened to it online. But yeah, beautiful cover. Just awesome music. I mean, and I've never seen a record copy of this in stores, even online, so I'm kind of at a loss for words for that. It's kind of weird, I think, because some more different photos. Mr. Fritz Reiner. None of these photos repeat from the releases from what I've seen so far. Will I buy more in this series? Yes, if the price is right. Except that's in another, the Scheherazade booklet. Yeah, I'm sure this sounds great. I'm going to listen to it soon. These are pricey unless you can find just a seller selling it for less. And I did in this case in the Tchaikovsky Violin Concerto. Once again with by Heifetz and with Fritz Reiner and the Chicago Symphony playing this. I really do like these releases with these people, with this personnel. This one's a little worn, but the disc is in great shape. Let's see if I can get the booklet over. There we go. This more goes into talks about the original violin player. Or the violin player in this musical piece, I guess. Talking about on early stereo recording of RCA. And these are just breathtaking. This one I listened to on my regular CD player, but I will be showcasing it on, or yeah, trying it out on my new laptop. Sorry. I think I have some of this music on another Redbook CD. Listened to it before, but not very recently. So, all right, one more XR CD. I think this is an older one. Yeah, this is the XR CD one, but it does sound great. Kenny Burrell and John Coltrane. Uh, Fantastic music inside there. This might be a long one, guys, so just know here's some notes on the recording and inspirations and all that. Bob Weinstock. One moment. And I'll actually upgrade this laptop probably after January, because I have found that it's not not the best thing, but that's fine, you know. And there's the XR CD, just original album tracks here. Nothing, no additional tracks, that's fine. I mean, I just got it for the 20-bit K2 super coding, because I know that these are done very, very well. They sound great, and all the ones I have sound great. Again, I'm going to buy more. Oscar Peterson, We Get Requests on Verve. This has got a recent Acoustic Sounds vinyl edition remaster, which I'm going to guess sounds great. Or, wait, did they re-release this? No, maybe it's only on Analog Productions for the newest press, but I could be wrong. But yeah, I saw that and I thought, oh, I'll get it. And then I start looking at prices, and they've climbed for these new remasters, the audiophile remasters. So, been not settling, but I've been getting these CDs instead, because, you know, I don't really want to shell out that kind of money for vinyl anymore. Quiet Nights, Quiet Stars, great song. One song on here sounds like a lullaby, but yeah, from MGM Records, Verve series. Another Oscar Peterson, Night Train, Oscar Peterson, true. Again, this got the Acoustic Sounds treatment here recently on vinyl. Beautiful booklet. All interesting songs. There's just a little spot on here I can see. I don't know if that's like a food stain, coffee stain, tobacco stain, what, but yeah, great record. Listen to some of it on YouTube, and yeah. Sometimes I think I have too many discs, just overall discs. Alright, we're gonna go into another genre here soon. This just came in today, Bill Evans Trio, Sunday Night at the Village Vanguard. Again, this is on the Acoustic Sounds vinyl reissue series. Was also gonna get it, but decided not to. No, I'm sorry, it is on the new OJC series from Craft Recordings. My bad. The disc is inside the my player right now. Played it so I could go ahead and rate the seller. Get that out of the way. Another OJC on CD, and this is just how a lot of them look from 1991. What is this? I'm sorry. The Cats, who got Tommy Flanagan, John Coltrane, Kenny Brill, and Idris Suleiman. I'd heard this in the past and just never bought it. And I always saw the songs off it come up in my feed on YouTube over the past couple of years, and yeah, this sounds great. This is also a new release on the new OJC Classics vinyl series. Again, looked at getting it, but you know, I'm not gonna pay $40 for an old jazz album. It's just, yeah, I know they're remastered by Kevin Gray, and they sound great. I have a few of them, which I'll show, but yeah, it's just, I don't want to spend money on something that I just don't have to. You know, when I can get, I'm shopping smart, not on impulse anymore. Soul Train, this is in the Analog Productions Prestige series. I might pick that up because I really do like this album. It would be cool to hear it all analog. You have songs like I Want to Talk About You. Theme for Irene. Russian Lullaby is interesting, but it's just too fast for me. Yeah, iconic John Coltrane album, Soul Train. On Prestige. We'll do. This just came out in the Dutch Gramophone vinyl series that they're doing. They saw that, you know, all these other labels have been doing reissues, so they want to jump on the bandwagon. But they're doing them right. They're doing them all analog, from the original master tape with care, and you know, putting in, you know, liner notes. It's just the whole 9 yards. They're going with it. But again, this was the cheaper option. I don't like the fact that this looks like a record, but it does sound good enough. I mean, good. And this one came out in 1997. Will I buy more in this series? Probably, but I'm probably just going to pick them up either online at a low price or find some more at my local books thrift store, which has a decent amount of these releases. I'm not going to buy them at my local record store because they're high, even for used stuff, so used CDs. We'll do soundtracks, then some rock, and then to the vinyl, and I'll go through that quickly. We'll do the video game stuff last, because actually we'll do the video. We'll see what happens. Home Alone original soundtrack on CD from 1990. This is just the orchestrated music. There really was no... I mean, there is music, like regular music in it, and that's in here too. Just a lot of great John Williams pieces and holiday favorites that were in the movie, all of which were in the movie. Man, this does sound fantastic, especially the classical pieces by John Williams and the orchestra. Orchestra. I just recently found out that some of his stuff was recorded at Abbey Road Studios, like from movies. I thought, wow, that's incredible, you know, to record in kind of a small studio. There's the side label. Got this for a pretty decent deal. I mean, you know, I like classical music. So it was fitting. One more soundtrack. Jaws, the collector's edition. This is an import from Germany, I think, or something like that. Yeah, in Germany. But Amazon has it readily available, and I've shown this in my Jaws album collection video. So if you want to see more of this, watch it. And this does sound great over the original release. Some people panned the original release. They say it's just a recreation of the original soundtrack. I don't know, and I'm not going to buy a third copy because I'm just not buying these albums, you know, 3 times and, you know, 6 times over or whatever. It's just not feasible for me anymore. I'm really trying to save money. I'm not trying to bitch and moan. I'm just stating what I'm doing here. That's all. Gotta get some of this stuff out of here. Okay. Sorry, gotta rearrange right quick. Have the vinyl ready. Hopefully the screenshots for this video are not pillows, because I don't know what I'll do then. Nirvana's... Oh, never mind. 2 CD deluxe edition. I looked into getting the box set numerous times over the years, and now it's at a good price. But don't really need all those discs, and I can listen to a lot of stuff online in different forms. So, yeah. Even looked at getting some of the Alcesticide. I think that's what they're called. Bootlegs. And those came out in the 90s, and they're very good. But I have all that on MP3 format on a CDR. So yeah, you get the original album here, along with live tracks from Japan, and California at the Del Mar, I think Marina or Fair Grounds. Awesome tracks though. I mean, it would have been cool to have the entire Japanese show, because I have heard tracks off that. Then there's tracks from Melbourne, Australia. All those shows are in full in the big box set. Who knows? Maybe I'll pick it up, but it would be cool if they included the music videos on DVD in that set as well, because it's in the 20th anniversary edition. But yeah, hang on, let me cover up the baby. Iconic cover. Looking forward to hearing this, and I wanted a version of the album that's not, overly compressed, because you can really hear it in the original. I do have an original mastering of the album on CD. It's not an original 1991 copy. Never had that, and don't care to get it. So yeah, we're gonna finish up the music here. We'll actually show some memorabilia as well. Another copy of The Wall. I may sell off my other copy because it sounds exactly the same, and I've shown that before. Showed this in the B-52's album collection video, Cosmic Thing. The Mo Fidelity SoundLab Silver Series. Have not heard this yet, but I do have it on cassette and regular CD. Don't know if this got a Super Audio CD release, but God, I hate this. Is a special limited edition. It's not numbered. And I hate when sellers do this. It's just annoying. They do that so you don't resell it, or they'll actually hole punch out some of the barcode. But yeah, fantastic album, great party album, great to play in your car. All right, some OJCs on vinyl. Miles Davis Quintet, working. Never had it on vinyl. Thought about getting it a while back in 2015 and just missed the boat on it, on a affordable new copy. So there that is, and I've shown it. It's a little dusty. Has been sitting in my new record crate, which I'll show. And yes, I keep bumping into the camera. Waltz for Debbie. And I have this on CD, I just can't find it, so I'm going to try and find it and make an album collection video for this, because that CD does sound good, and this sounds absolutely breathtaking for a 1961 concert. Yeah, nice sturdy jackets. Sturdy enough. I mean, they're not super thick, super duper thick, but they do the job. And excellent image quality on these. Jaws, the Mondo Tees version of the soundtrack, and I've shown this Ocean Blue, 2 discs, has some artwork inside as well. This is really cool. Absolutely love the soundtrack and the first 2 movies. I think I showed this in another pickups video, but I love it so much I think I'll just show it again. So here's that. I think this is a second pressing. Interestingly enough, the image quality on these actually vary from pressing to pressing, because I've seen the back of some others on eBay, and this one's just darker than some others that I've seen. Yeah, love this album. Love the image there. That's really cool. The Gypsy Lady. Great classical piece. I highly recommend it. And on to the Prestige Analog Productions that are back in print. Wanted this for quite some time. It was actually on my SACD wish list on Acoustic Sounds, but got this instead. It was actually around the same price. I just want it on vinyl, so I could kind of have, good amount of these Prestige releases. But yeah. These are on par with, as far as the jacket quality with the OJC, the new OJCs. Cooking with the Miles Davis Quintet, just didn't have this one on record. And yeah, I haven't listened to these yet, haven't had the time. It's really cool they include the photos down there at the bottom. And, really good quality. They will get the original sources for these covers, the photos or whatever, or they'll just touch up an old copy of it in some kind of computer software. Sorry, this is Steeman, another Analog Productions Prestige. And these come in rice paper sleeves, the QRP ones, so don't have to worry about replacing those unless you're just really, really picky. But those sleeves do the trick, and they do sell them in packs of 100, I believe. But I don't have any reason to get these because I don't have a whole lot of room to be buying a whole bunch of records. But yeah, fantastic album. I must say, I cannot complain about that album at all. It's an absolute classic. So we'll do some memorabilia, and then we'll get into the video games, and the video will be over. And I'll do another pickups video probably around November, or possibly even wait until December. These are recreations of the Jaws lobby cards. These are handmade. Pretty decent image quality. They're obviously reprints. Nothing on the back of them. It's just like on some photocopy paper. I wanted them after I bought the Jaws album. I thought, well, while that's on the way, I want to order this. So, and they're numbered, but they're definitely not originals. The seller said they're original, but they're actually not. But I didn't pay an arm and a leg for these. Image of the shark, which was in the movie a little bit. Jaws 1. Image of the Mr. Brody and Mrs. Brody. I think they're sitting at home or in the police station. Another shot of 3 guys on the boat. Harley Quinn and Brody. A shot of someone in the cage and Bruce, the shark. Oops. Wow. Sorry I keep running into the camera. They're trying to get the shark at this point. I did forget some music, so I just stepped on this one too. That's great. The Doors' People Are Strange, single from 1967. We have the People Are Strange track there on one side and Unhappy Girl on the other. I'm not sure if this is mono. I kept trying to look into it, and I just couldn't find out any information. There's actually no information about which mix this is on the record itself. It's a 45 7-inch. It's definitely original, I can tell. I think it has the original inner sleeve with it. Nope. And the Doors, the complete Live at the Matrix masters, complete masters of the Matrix live shows. You have 3 of them here, I think. I've seen this image before, but they just modified it to look psychedelic. There's more imagery that's very blurry. Someone commented on YouTube, and yeah, it is very blurry. An essay about... There's that image again. They love to reuse images. Essay about the show and other shows. Track listing. Bags Groove Instrumental, which is a Miles Davis track, or Milt Jackson track. Yeah, 2 discs. Sounds really, really good. I'm happy with it, And it was under $30, so can't really go wrong there. And yeah, again, the packaging is interesting. Alright, let's get into the video game stuff. I'll get the big one out of the way first. Actually, no, we'll save that. Yeah, we'll do it. Alright, the Sega 32X. Paid kind of a hefty price for it, but it was complete. All it didn't have was had all the wires and power cord, or power brick, a couple of games, and it just didn't have the metal spacers, which is fine, which they're not really required. But it works. That's the important part. I thought, I'm paying all this money, so it darn well better work. The box is worse for wear, but I'm going to keep it anyways. Actually going to throw out a box for another system that's kind of worthless at this point. And replace it with that up in the old closet. We have screenshots of Doom here, Virtua Racing, Star Wars, some golf game, Virtua Racing Deluxe, yeah. And I do have that. Super Motocross, Star Wars Arcade, which actually looks pretty good, and I have that one, that title. So sticking with the Genesis stuff, Sega stuff. Sorry. Doom 32X Resurrection, with this is a fan hack, which brings up the game to the standards of the original PC, much more close to it, which this really does. And I really was kicking around the idea of buying this, and there was a more expensive version without the box that was actually in the form of a 32X cartridge, but I didn't want to pay $100 for it. I think it was the latest version. This version omits saving, unfortunately. And I kind of wrestled with that, and I said, well, that's fine, Very good quality artwork here. They use the original artwork from the original game. I'm sorry, for the original box, and just slightly modify it. But it does hold the cartridge very well. And I think they actually used a real Sega cartridge, because probably just used a donor cart, like a sports cartridge, brand new, and took off the label, because this is in excellent condition. It's light, but the gameplay is flawlessly. Yeah, more on that later. I'll do some more gameplay of that. Sticking with Doom, we have the original Doom for 32X. So I played that once I got this system, and yeah, it's night and day difference. Star Wars Arcade, I have not played this yet. I did play it on my RetroPie, which is a Raspberry Pi made to play retro games. Learned my lesson with that. I'm not going to buy that again. I'll buy something else to play, emulate retro games on a console. Don't know what I'll do on that. Rounding out the... crap. Still not done with the music, guys. I do apologize. I'll show that after the video. More after the video game stuff. Actually, I'll just make that into another part. This video is getting long. Paperboy for the Genesis. Great game. Played it way back in my partying days at an apartment for the first time. Loved it. And had to get it here recently because I found it was not on my list of games for my flash cart, and I just don't feel like adding games to that because sometimes they do suffer from compression, and I don't know how to know the difference between if they're compressed or not. So yeah. Sticking with retro, Batman Returns for the Super Nintendo. This is very arcadey like, side-scrolling beat 'em up, very tough. Even in the first level, you really gotta get your chops down and learn the enemy tactics and their movements on the screen in order to beat them. But yeah, excellent Konami game, must say. Super Nintendo controller, which this did come with a controller, which is in good shape for its age. It is exactly as you see on here, that version. Looked into getting the 101 version, but it was too expensive. But yeah, haven't seen one of these in a long time. And it's great to have this back in the collection. After all those years. We actually do have some toys as well, which I actually let my niece play with. Wanted this back in the collection for quite a while, and the price was right, so I got it. Mortal Kombat 2. This game is pretty much complete except for I think the original poster that came with it, which I do have 2 of those in another edition, so it's no big deal. Just the typical screenshots they had on the back of the Mortal Kombat games, the same ones. Very close to the arcade version. Just love the artwork on this. I had to have it. I have another copy, and I'll probably be selling that copy because I really don't need 2 of a lot of these games anymore. And I may sell off that original Doom as well. Okay, I think we're done with the retro stuff. Yeah. Sonic Origins Plus. I think I'll just show those records. That doesn't matter. That's fine. So we have the 16 classic Sonic games here, some Game Gear games, all the Sega Genesis games, 1, 2, Sonic 1, 2, and 3, Spinball, Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine. Unfortunately, the Game Gear games have this weird echo to them, like the music is being played like in a cave. I'm not kidding. It sounds terrible. And the emulation needs to be fixed as well. Because I can play those games on a Anbernic handheld and get and breeze through the levels no problem. There's something wrong with the emulation on the Game Gear games for sure. I mean, they're playable. It's just a pain. This does come with an art book as well and a reversible cover, just like Sonic Mania did. A reversible cover, which makes the game look like a Genesis game with the Genesis artwork, which is very cool. And yeah, this comes with the art book, just like the Sonic Mania did as well. So we get original concept art from back in the day. Very awesome. Knuckles there. Oops. Box art as well. Love this stuff. I mean, I remember when these games were coming out here in the States. Game Gear covers. I don't remember those. Never had the Game Gear growing up and just don't have the desire to get it. It's not that I hate it. It's just one more system to collect for and I don't have the space anymore. So there's that. Yeah, actually I think I will show that vinyl in another video because I want to look into it. But I will show another thing after this. Sonic Frontiers. Haven't played this yet, but I saw it looks pretty good. Looking forward to playing it though. Wasn't get the PS4 version, but I want to be able to play this game in handheld mode. Even though these types of games drain the battery fast, that's perfectly fine. I'll buy another Switch. Yeah, just modern Sonic. Can't go wrong with that. And something that I didn't think I would buy. And this is the last item for this video. The other records I will show in a pickups video part 2. Jurassic Park on Laserdisc. This is the letterboxed edition, which is cheaper than the original release, which has more discs and is not letterboxed. Now, I don't really plan on watching this. I mean, if I can maybe find a Laserdisc player cheap, I might get it, but that's going to be some ways off from now. There's a flyer with other releases, Steven Spielberg releases. I'll show this really quick. And these releases were quite a bit back in the day. Very surprising that they were. At least by today's standards. I mean, DVD was expensive too, but not like this. I mean, this was a step above VHS tape at the time. But I'll show more of the artwork in the video. Got it for the artwork. I'm not, I can't open this, that's right. And the Laserdiscs look like Laserdiscs, with this Jurassic Park logo. And I think red and white. But yeah. The back of this is just like the tape. Exact same thing. Love this movie to death. I have it in ultra high def digital on Amazon. The VHS. Used to have the widescreen DVD. Got them on Blu-ray in the 10 set and the first edition Jurassic Park trilogy that came out of the first edition on Blu-ray. Don't plan on buying the 4K version in physical format. It's just not really my thing. And actually, to close out this video, who is this park ranger guy? I forget, but he's in great shape. Part of the Jurassic Park toy line number 1. His head is turnable. Arms are articulable. You can articulate his arms, move them. Let my niece play with this. She loved it. This little guy who actually comes with Ian Malcolm's toy in the line. And I used to have one of these as a kid, and I do have the Ian Malcolm Jurassic Park action figure, and it's box, all originally boxed up. It's never been opened, and never will be opened by my hands. But the baby Dilophosaurus here. Could have bought a modified one. Someone painted him like a teal color in the bottom, and then like a lighter, almost dark blue around his fins and back, but decided not to because he's the more expensive option. This is from line number 2, and then this came with that action figure that I just showed, the man. Dilophosaurus, this is just a palette swap, palette color, paint difference. But he does look slightly ever so different from his little brother here. Not exactly the same. I'm sure there's some small differences in the molding. Yeah, there is. I can see them. But yeah, awesome toys. Will I buy more? Maybe more of the baby dinosaurs, but yeah. So that's the end of this part of this of the video. Thank you very much for watching, and come back for part 2 coming soon.